They're made from the same resin base, that's why. But Brent can probably tell us how we're making them after having dissected them.
I would like to.
That was a beautiful segue, Bo. Holy cow. Way to
Dang.
go.
We running with it? Hey, my name is
not?
Brent.
The contrast paints from Games Workshop. And there are some of the drawbacks to working with an airbrush. I've got all 23 colors. I've got 85 test models. I'm ready to use it.
Recently, we introduced you to the first ever paint development team. We have hired some of your favorite painters and content creators to help us in the expansion and improvement of the Speedpaint range. Today, we're going to focus in on one of our favorites and one of yours, Brent from Goobertown Hobbies.
I paint miniatures on the internet, but probably one of the things that sets me and my channel apart is that before I painted figurines for the internet, I was a chemist. Part of the reason I'm excited about this project is because it's an opportunity for me to really get a foot in the door of learning how paints are actually made in this industry, for this hobby. The more I understand about what is and isn't important about how a paint works, the more I can share that with folks who watch my channel. I think that's awesome. But other than that, I think mini painting is one of the best just hobbies that you can have, and that's where Army Painter comes in. I mean, if I go to my local mall, the brand of paint that I can find in the mall, like in the comic book shop in the mall, is Army Painter, as it has a key role in being the first experience that a lot of new painters have with this hobby. And so, again, my motivation for selfish reasons and for wanting to get people into this hobby is to make sure that I'm contributing in any way that I can to make sure that Army Painter paints are as good as they can be. And speed paints in particular are very accessible for people. And so the better they work, the more fun they are, the easier it is for people to get results that they're excited about, the better it is for all of us. So, yeah.
I have to say, you were a huge guiding light into the new expansion of speed paints. Because of the way you produced that first video, and you went through every color on multiple different primers. You took that scientific look at everything. You really showcased what the range could do. And when we decided to assemble a paint development team, you had to be a part of it.
Happy to be here. Yeah.
One of the things that obviously is really cool by you being here as well, Brent, is the fact that you can actually challenge us a lot. Everybody knows what maybe a good paint would feel like, but you could probably explain to us why. I mean, that's invaluable information, because we've made paints for 15 years and we think we're good at it, but every day, as you just said, we learn more things as well.
Absolutely. This is a big opportunity for me to figure out why the paints are designed the way that they are, what trade-offs that we have to consider, how to maximize the potential of what we put into a single bottle. All of that is fascinating to me, and I'm excited to see it from your point of view as well. Yeah.
We sent you 17 masters that Thomas was working with the team in the lab, and the 45 new samples. Correct, Thomas?
Yes. What we used to mix the first 45 was these 17.
And then with those colors, with those master pigments, we would like you each to develop 10 new colors.
I'm also curious about the number 17. So from some of us back in grade school or whatever, we're taught about 3 primary colors, and then that plus black and white, you can make anything. And we all know that's not really how painting works. You need a larger palette than just that. But, Bob Ross didn't have 90 colors on his palette. He had closer to 17. I don't know, it was like 10 or 12 or something, but...
In the fine artist world, when you go to a fine art store, you're not getting, as you said, 90 different colors. You're getting a burnt sienna, you're getting a light ochre, dark ochre. So if you look at the 17 that you have, Brent, I think that kind of answers your question. Is we have a fairly solid representation. These are as close to the core principle pigments that you use to make paints as we can get, with the properties Bo was discussing for flow and saturation.
Okay, so let's try it this way. Thomas, let's say that you were going to make a new green color. What is your steps for making a new green color?
With the first 45, I made a base stock of the same color. I would use the same amount of green pigment for all 5 samples. Then I would usually use the same amount of medium in each one of them as well. And then I would, take a red and add a few drops of that, and all the time just write it down to document it. And if I found something,
you're establishing like a constant variable with the green and the medium, because those are the 5. They have the same in each, and then you go back with the different colors to try and achieve what you want. And that's so your constant is always that first pigment with the medium.
Yeah, and I would usually end up mixing 4 or 5 pigment types for some of the colors, and if I found something exciting or something I found useful, I would use that as a base for mixing out from that one, make 5 new ones and mixing out from that one to make sure that I get all my bases covered. Because
that you can always backtrack like a tree that's just blossoming out in different branches.
Exactly.
But always you can find the mother kind of sitting in the roots.
This is the way that you develop the color to begin with, and then we take it to the lab and we perfect it so that it becomes something that we can produce consistently, and it has the same feel and consistency as the rest of the Speedpaint range.
We only had 12 pigments back then. We've actually managed to develop 5 more, make them more vibrant in this process. Yeah. So we can hit colors now we couldn't hit before. And I think we've got some flack for not having a completely pure yellow, which I completely agree might be right. That's something we will change. I think it was you, Dana, actually, who brought it up at one of your videos. No, but the thing is that, as we said before, we listened. This is the thing is that we knew we had to have more. We can't just mix the ones we have. Everyone can do that. We have to create more, and we had 12 back then. Now we have 17, and we just cannot squeeze the lemon more. I mean, it's like then it'll start becoming stupid. The pigments you have. The reason why we could make 5 more is because we actually took the resin parts, the resin apart, and then with the pigments, we were able to create less unstable pigment types that actually worked in. So that's why you have 5 more as well.
Oh no, that's cool. I hadn't realized that you had acquired 5 new starting tones. That's great. That's great.
No, Speedpaint has been reformulated now. We are using a different resin base that we worked on for such a long time, and it seems to us like now with the 17 pigments and the new resin base, we have eliminated a lot of the problems that were in the past with Speedpaint. Now I'd like you guys to put that to the stress test and be the judge of that. Is it an improvement as we think it is? Just be honest to us, tell us what you feel. I believe now we should keep the channels open. I don't know how the feedback is going to work back and forth. But
we have a Discord chat for all of us and Thomas.
It's already working.
Could invite you if you want, Bo.
Yeah, you want to be in it?
Yeah, I'd love to, because one of the things that I am excited about as well is the whole is the process. I love the process about how do we get there, and a little bit like Brent said in the beginning, that learning from. I don't know how you guys think and why did you come to these weird ass colors, and why did it look like this, and why does it ended up so perfectly? That's just what I love, that part of it.
I'll make sure to give you access to the Discord server.
Probably maybe Thomas is the one to talk to, and we can do this offline. But I'd love to get as much information as you can, like all the technical specs that you're getting from whoever your supplier is. I can mix colors together and have fun, but the more I know, the more help I can be. So, yep.
Already trying to get that information for you.
Perfect.
I'm sure we can make it a good project, but we can make it an excellent project if you guys are on board. And this is why I go to work every day for this right now, is because you sit with like-minded and you're thinking about making something that's good greater.
It's an honor to be working with such talented content creators and painters, to be helping us as ambassadors and representatives of you, our customers, to help us improve and expand on the Speedpaint range. Stay tuned. We have lots more coming from the paint development team.